Abenhaur made masks. Among the general public, they were known and respected for their elegance, beauty, and grace. But among a more select clientele, who whispered in secret corridors behind unknown doors, they were known for their mystical qualities. Hushed, cloaked voices in damp rooms traded secrets of unique masks with powers woven into them. Masks that could cover you in shadows in broad daylight. Masks that could dig into your hidden potential. Even masks that could bend time and space to reveal lands past and worlds future. It was through an acquaintance of a friend of a distant relative that I suddenly found myself in the workshop of the fabled Abenhaur. The night had already taken several unexpected turns, but nothing had led me to think that it would end with me here with this bizarre man in front of me. The workshop was dingy and dark and smelled of wood, damp papier-mâché, and unplaceable body fluids. And Abenhaur's demeanor did little to put me at ease. He scuttled about mumbling, half in conversation with my companion and half to some party or parties that were not there. It almost seemed as if he were playing through encounters that he had had in the past, or would have in the future. But as disorienting as listening to the mask maker ramble was, one thing became clear. Abenhaur had created something that terrified even this unsettling man. I watched intently as he stumbled between calm and genial conversation with my friend and nervous, almost panicked urgency with some company not present. And as he continued to switch into this fearful mode, I began to detect that he kept looking nervously at a wooden box, stashed ineffectually beneath a stack of books. Quickly I found myself countering his mood swings with my own, focused on him with intensity when he ambled, and then nervously sneaking glances around his workshop whenever he calmed to address my friend, and always anxiously being drawn back to that carelessly hidden box, with an itching curiosity to know what was inside. I will state right now that though I have been a man of whims, I have always held within the lines of socially acceptable immorality, or at least barely skirted the gray edges of legality. But the burning in the back of my mind, perhaps fueled by the bizarre behavior of our curious host, could not be calmed. So as my companion began the rather lengthy process of closing the evening, I took advantage of Abenhaur's distraction, and I quickly slid the mysterious box under my coat. A hasty and awkward handshake and I was out into the fading night. I rushed into the nearest cafe, and with twitching palms I opened the box. Inside was a mask unlike any of the ones that Abenhaur had shown to us earlier that night. While all of his work was highly and intricately decorated, the mask in front of me was bare and black. My instinct was to assume that it was simply not finished, but there was something about it that just seemed complete, pure, as if any additional decoration would merely be an artifice hiding the mask's simple elegance. Even an additional curve or carving would somehow seem a lie. With excitement and fear, I put the surprisingly heavy mask to my face. There was what I can only describe as a flash of light inside my eyes. For a moment I feared I had been blinded, but my vision quickly adjusted, and soon I was able to see the other people in the room. And then I was able to see more than just the people, for each one I looked at was laid open before me. It was as if I could see into the darkest spots of their mind. I looked into all the unspoken horrors, the whirlwinds of silent regret screaming behind dull eyes. I read lists of wishes and flashes of fantasies. I saw the pain and pleasure that they hid from themselves, the panic of disconnection, the fear of the forgotten. Beneath their confidence, their comfort, their mundane drab routines, I saw their fears, their rages, the choruses of despair that hummed in the back of all their dull thoughts. A